How's it going? My name is Lichgrave, and welcome to my first video in a series of videos that I will be making to help you, the player, improve at Planetside 2. This series is going to be community driven, as in all topics discussed will be given to me by the community, either on the Dark Reapers team's Discord, or through you guys here in the comment section on YouTube. So, without further ado, let's get into these, because I don't like too many long videos. The first concept, and the two concepts that we're going to be covering today, is going to be crosshair positioning. The other, positioning, player positioning. What is crosshair positioning? It's the act of actively placing your crosshair in a position to give yourself the best combat advantage against your opponent. Okay, that was a lot of big words. What does that mean? Basically, putting your crosshair at head height and not having to aim as much because of it. Well, let's say I'm running around like this, right, with crosshair to the ground. It's bad for one of two reasons. One, it's forcing me to aim at the person as I register them. Two, it doesn't let me see the entire combat area. I'm looking around, I can't see the entire combat area. I can't see if there's somebody up here. I can't see if there's somebody up on these towers. I can't see people if they're behind me. I can't see people if they're up on this, even up on this roof, right? As light assaults always do, because I'm looking down at the ground. And even if I'm not running at head height and just keeping my cursor on the ground, right? Immediately, if there's a sniper up there, and I'm looking like this, boom! I can't see the sniper. I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get frustrated because I have no idea where I got killed from. I'm running around like this. I see the sniper, I get killed by the infiltrator, I know, because I saw him. Run around at head height. What is head height? Well, the answer to that question is, if you'll see, in every building in this game, there are these yellow bars. Yellow bars will help you, because in the space between this circle and this black bar, right there in the center, that is head height. That is center head. So now you know what head height is. How do I practice this? Well, with your mouse, try to keep your cursor on that bar, at least near close to the black bar as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, because it can't be perfect. But try to get it as close as you can, and once you start doing that, start running around the outside world like that too. And when you jump back in, see how well you stack up. Go out, run about, look in a few directions, snap a bit, readjust yourself back to where it was, jump back out, and boom, there you go. Always readjust yourself. And once you understand what head height is, and you start applying it not only inside buildings but outside buildings, it just corners is something that a lot of players do incorrectly. They'll tend to do it like this. That has one of two effects. Well, that has two effects. Okay, one, you swing out, so all of a sudden you're out in the middle of the open, and you can easily get killed from here, there, 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 down here, in here. All this entire ridge right here, these two towers, it's just terrible. How would I have come around that corner instead? Well, I would have come around like this. Now, do you see something immediately different? Replay that a couple more times. Now, the way that I turn these corners. Positioning. My crosshair positioning is set up at any given moment. If an enemy were to turn that corner right now as I'm turning, I can immediately engage and fight him. This, on the other hand, if an enemy turns that corner, oh boom, oh no, there's somebody there, and they turn around, they do something stupid, right? You know, the enemy turns the corner as you're running down here, right? You're running. There's an enemy. Boom. Your crosshair's not on their head. They're turning like this. You know, they're turning like this. Right? See you already. Boom, you're right there in front of their face. They're looking at you. You're looking over here. Right? When turners, don't keep your crosshair in the center of like these doors. Don't keep them here. Don't keep them locked to the side like some CSGO pro wannabe, right? In the direct center of that. A nice mishmash between. And this will force you to get into good player positioning, which is a really nice segue into player positioning. Right now, wrong. 3 things. I'm out in the open, I'm not behind cover, and I'm giving the opponent an easy shot. But that's not the point. Killed from right now. I can be killed from anywhere along this area. I can be killed from on top of these boxes. I can be killed from up here. I can be killed from this air pad. Both of them. I can be killed from this outlying arm piece. I can be killed from the piece holding it, this truss. I can be killed from this spawn point. I can be killed from behind this, from behind these crates. I can be killed from this area. I can be killed from over here. I can be from this door, that window, this entire ridge here, this entire area in front of me, that corner, this corner, those boxes, on top of these boxes. How many angles that is to get killed from? It's not like these are uncommon angles. These are extremely common angles in Planetside. This ridge, this walkway is extremely common. On top of this is very commonly used by light assaults, as well as these arms. Pads are used by engineers, maxes, like to stick themselves here. People could be coming out of the spawn point. Light assaults love to run over these walls. You know, stack themselves up here. There's a spawn entrance. There's a spawn point there, or that's an exit, right? There's just so many ways to get killed right now. If I were to have come out of here and run into this area, how would I do differently to give myself the least possible least possible line of sight towards enemies? If we're attacking and we have say this square area, alright, this entire part of the map down, it's easy because I know this is friendly territory. That entire area, this area behind me is not, so it becomes easier. I know there's enemies there. I know there's enemies there. I know they're back there. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm out here in the open first, so I'm not even gonna drop down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run behind this box. Boom. Who can kill me? People standing on this ridge here. They're infiltrators, and they have, you know, scopes, or if somebody's wanting to be, you know, some kind of SG wannabe and running around with like a warden or something, or any scout rifles with 6x, or doing something stupid, they can kill me from there. Notice how much of this map that I've immediately closed myself off to. Now if I were to run over here, closing myself off from a good part of the map, not many people run up there and use it, but the ones that do tend to have a good advantage. So if I were to run back here, I've given my enemies the least amount of exposure and I've covered the most distance possible. All of a sudden I'm here, staring down the stairway to the A point. Enemies behind this corner because they always like to funnel out from that exit point, so they're gonna be right there. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna turn the corner. Boom, there they are. Dead. Cloak for me, or people just jump back, get inside the building. Keep is also very important. Come out, kill somebody, great, fall back. Use a different angle. There's somebody there, you see them, dead, great. Pop out of this angle here, turn. All of a sudden, the people that are there can't see you. You can focus on maybe people up here, you come out of this window, you can focus on people here. Coming around this angle, you can focus on people on the air pads. You can focus on people that are actually coming down from that staircase. but always learn to reposition. Repositioning is probably the most important thing out of positioning. Never repeak, because I have killed thousands of people, tens upon thousands of people, just because I fire once into their head, or I fire in their direction, and they think, oh, well, the sniper's not going to fire again, and I just turn the corner and I'm waiting for. I already know they're there, so I just fire, boom, they're gone. 1-2 shots on me, but they're not going to kill me because I insta-kill them. Repeak, especially if infiltrators are nearby, because you never know which one's going to be running a sniper rifle. Always peek around corners. Never run around corners like this unless you know that there's nobody there. If you're in a combat area and you know that there could be enemies, slow walk. Don't always run. You know, if there's somebody behind there, peek, 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 peek. You know, corners. Jump out of windows. Do stupid things. Always give yourself the most amount of cover between you and the opponent. This is a really good scenario. So, there's an enemy here, there's an enemy here. I'm going to enter this room. What's the best way for me to enter this room? It's going to be from right here. Target, dead. Turn corner, dead. And continue running. I don't enter the building until I enter the angle in which one of the enemies entered. I turn this door, I turn this corner, the opponent, dead. I come across here, I don't immediately enter, I run across, turn, boom, dead. So this, and you guys should be able to get the advantage on players. You'll be working on positioning. Always remember to put the best amount of cover between you and the opponent you're looking for. That's it. This has been Lichgrave, guys, signing off.